Not so. Not so. We see you
We
today.
coming. We
Huh?
coming.
We coming. We here. We here. She's like, "Hey, so what's up? I know. Hey, Lucy, we continue.
Um,
Listen, Linda. Listen,
we
honey.
have some difficulties going on.
When I tell you, not just difficulties, I'm gonna say this. This is probably why we do this on Friday because the week we weekend, and this is a perfect time and perfect day to like unwind from the week, have a little fun,
Yeah,
talk to you guys and stuff like that. So let's just say this is a Friday that wanted to act like a little weird Monday, but it's still a
right,
Friday. Okay, it's still
right.
a Friday. So um, apologies, everyone. Are running a little bit behind, but you know what? We got this. We got this. We're glad you're here, popping in. Let me see. Hey, Britt. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. We got a show for you guys today. So let me pull up. Whew. Well, let's start off how we always start off. Lachey, how was your week?
um, my week was okay up until right before the live. Actually, this is my off week where I don't have that many meetings, so it was pretty good. But not me losing my charger right before it's time to go live. So yeah, that was one of the complications I was having today.
Okay. Yes, definitely losing the charger. No bueno. And that's always the worst thing when you lose something so the crazy thing is I I went out to the store and guess who forgot their wallet?
So then you had to go back to the house and go back out.
Yeah. Because I didn't have my new card set up on my wallet.
Solid.
So and I was just like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to still get this stuff. And when I say everything that could happen, happen, everything that could happen, happen, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I said, all right, I know what I'm going to wear. I know what I'm going to do with my face. But what? Thankfully, I keep a little bit of foundation and something in the car. So I was driving and I had to come here and do the rest of the stuff. But I was just like, really? Right before, and I never take my wallet out of my bag and not put it back in my bag. I
Yeah.
was so distracted, and I was just like, whatever. Okay, we go. Hey,
What did
hey,
I say? You ladies have been giving face every week. I know, right?
thank
I
you, thank
know, right?
thank
I have
you.
I have been beating my face just for y'all because can y'all know I don't do makeup like that. But recently for the lives, and I've been going out lately too because I've been like
Mhm.
in the house. I've gotten over my depression stage, so I'm excited about that. But I hid in the house for literally all of last year, except for little vacations, because the vacations is what helped me get out of that depression stage. But I am back and better. It is a new year, and I'm happy to get over that hurdle. But thank you, Kenyatta.
Thank you, and hello, Express Packages and Treats. Hello.
Hello.
Well, I wouldn't know what express braxes and treats are. I'm like, wait a minute, this is a new face for me. Hi, whoa, thanks for joining us. Yo, we know who it is. It's our girl Stay. Hi. Yo, listen, she said, hey, y'all got Lisa J on the TV screen and on the laptop. She got Lachey. Happy
Period.
Friday.
She making
Listen,
sure we getting all of our watch hours. Thank you, Stay.
you know what it is. Listen, and that was, man, I meant to check before the live. Whoever is in here and is not subscribed to Stay Hall, she is like 3 or 4 people away from 500 subscribers. Y'all don't know, that's a milestone, a major milestone. Please, 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 and
Yeah,
stay.
let's help her out. She's a great.
She is a great. She is a great. She's a goat. Like she had an amazing live last night. Check that out on the replay as well. But yes, please lead her up. We have a couple of other people in here who have YouTube channels. Check it out. I think I did a little something with Nightbot where you actually can drop your link. If not, I'll make sure to put it in there as well. So Thank you. Oh no, thank you. Thank you so much. Like when I say one of the biggest supporters we have, one of the biggest supporters we have. So big shout out to you. We love you for sure. Okay. So next thing, let's talk about this. What you got in your cup, Lachey? Because yours looks way fancier than mine. And
Listen, I needed it too. Okay. I actually made me a little lemon drop. This go live. I felt like I needed something real nice, cute, classy, and chill.
okay. I have it's lemon in here.
You
Like
little
I just was like
concoction.
concoction, whatever. Maybe a little bit of wine in there, but other than that, just the stuff. So yes, please, please, please. Great. So you want to tell the people what we're talking about tonight, Lachey?
We are talking about the best we ever had. We are going to get into a few topics, and we're just going to talk about the best we ever had with each topic.
Okay.
So that's what we got. A little spiciness today. Just a little bit, nothing much.
Nah, no clutches, pearls. Honestly, though, these are a lot of things that you probably don't even think about. You're like, huh, what was that?
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't have me, thinking for too long and drag out this live.
Right, like, listen, I need another. I need another. No, yeah. I think it's good. We didn't even go through it like we normally go through it. So a lot of this stuff we're gonna be answering for the first time. I don't know her answers, she don't know my answers or anything. So that's something. And as always, guys, make sure, please hit that like button if you're already in here. We appreciate you. Also, we want to engage and have conversations with y'all. So make sure you go ahead and comment. We will get to them. We juggling this thing. We gonna get to it. We got better. This is like episode 6 or 7, something like that.
I know. Pat ourselves on the back. We've been doing it every week lately.
Every week, but this has been a blast. Like I said, a great way to wind down the whole crazy behind week, especially for me because I had the craziest meetings. But we're happy to hear. So, without further ado, guys, make sure again comment if you have a comment on any of these topics we talk about, and we'll make sure we get to them. Do you want to pick first, Lachey?
Well, let's go with our introduction question.
Oh, see, that's why you have a partner with you that got you right. Okay. Introduction question. Let me see. Cool Gamer. Hello, Cool Gamer. Welcome. Glad to have you in the building. Okay. The introduction one. Okay. What is the best non-traditional expressions of love that you've ever seen or experienced?
So that's for the audience, right?
That's for everyone. Okay, let me just non-traditional meaning like so people like okay they say I express love by saying I love you or by
that's the traditional way though.
Traditional way. So non-traditional ways. I know that I feel like I've seen people show their love or express love in non-traditional ways. That's not okay. This is perfect thing for Valentine's Day just happened and people might not have experienced it the regular traditional way, but we just want to know what's the non-traditional expression of love or the best non-traditional expression of love you've seen or experienced yourself. We might give you guys a little bit of time to think about that. Do you have an answer, Lachey?
Do you asked the question?
See, I asked the question. You answer the question.
Non-traditional way. Mm-hmm. That's why I should have looked over these questions first. A non-traditional way that I've experienced is let me think. What is is it traditional though? Like someone that is like a listener and don't really, they'll say I love you, but coming through for you, I guess that's traditional kind of like ish, right? Coming through for you by just the little things, just from listening to you and showing like, hey, I listened to you, I heard you, I know this is something that you like or love, so here you go. Is that kind of that's kind of like traditional, right? But then not everybody is like that. Not
Yeah,
everybody is
everybody
a good
doesn't appreciate that. Yeah, everybody doesn't appreciate that. So yeah,
so I would say, okay. So another one I would say, and this is probably the same thing too. Everyone who knows me knows that I love my dog. And
mm,
so this guy that I used to talk to, like, it was the funniest thing. Whenever he would get me something, he would give my dog something. So, like the first time she had doggy ice cream, he brought me some ice cream. Went to the pet store and got my dog like some doggy ice cream. And when I tell you, I was super excited because I was like, you know, that's the way to my heart. That's my baby, my first
yeah.
child.
That is okay. Yeah, that's a non-traditional. Like I even people like yeah, that's really good. I that is a non-traditional way of expressing love. Like I love, I care, whatever. So that's the best ever thing that anyone can do. Like that's a standard right there. Like no,
Why, like if you dating somebody, it's like, you know, it's a package deal if you got kids.
yeah,
So he kind of took, you know, my dog as a package deal.
and, and should and should. Stay says my hubby organizing my closet while I was traveling. OMG, that touched my entire heart.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's everything. Oh, that's everything. Because let me tell you, traveling, when I tell you, I don't know, the ones that have it all cleaned before, like Stay was talking about on her live yesterday, as far as
yeah.
like minimalistic with the house and everything. Listen, if you going on vacation and your house is spotless, I come back. Well, at least everything else, dishes, you know, all of that is clean. But I'm coming back to clothes every single wear because I'm throwing stuff trying to figure out what I'm packing.
Mm.
So that's what's up. Wallace came through, Stay.
What came through like that? I think that's more of like showing that kind of love is when you're taking away something that I don't like doing and doing it for me because you know,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna do that for you. Like for me, I hate folding clothes. If I came home and my clothes were folded, I'm like, listen, you about to get everything,
you saw,
everything.
you saw the
Okay.
Instagram thing where they was like, you throw clothes on your bed so you can like fold them up, and then it was a person that threw the clothes to the side and still got underneath.
Listen, listen.
That is me. I would transfer it from my bed to my little couch that I got in my room,
Yeah,
and I'll get to it when I get to it.
period. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so now that we've gotten that, she said, hey now. Okay, yeah, hey
Hey,
now.
Miss T with the T. Make sure y'all follow her as well. Another one of our biggest supporters. We love her.
Yes, please and thank you. And let us know if it won't let you guys do the link because I might have to replay that Nightbot whole conversation again because I don't know what it is. So if the Nightbot starts abusing y'all too, let me know. I'm gonna take it out. So, okay, you ready to pick another one? I think I like the momentum we're going on. So, I want to pick another one. Which one would you like to go with?
Well, I
Mhm.
thought you said you wanted to pick one.
I
Like,
know, but now I'm like, it's so many good ones. I don't know which one I'm gonna
I
pick.
know.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Okay. Go ahead. I thought I wanted to go ahead.
Best mental health advice you've ever received.
Ooh. Hello. Hello, volunteer
Hey,
family.
hey,
Hello.
welcome in.
Welcome in.
So, what is the best mental health advice that you've ever received?
Um, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So you're not like overexhausting yourself.
Yes, and you know I do.
I know.
So literally, just because you can doesn't mean you always should.
Mhm.
So that was probably one of the biggest things that really got me last year because it was a lot. It was a lot, but huge, major. What
Yeah.
about? yourself? Best mental advice.
So it takes a lot of work. This is one of those things where it's like easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the ones, because it's a few, but one of the ones I will say, and I'm sure a lot of people heard, is um don't stress over things that
You can't
out of
control.
your control.
Yeah.
It is literally better said than done until you really like take that on.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's easy to stress over everything, the littlest thing, especially if you're like a perfectionist and you
Yeah.
just want things in order, or you're like a organized schedule kind of like person. And whenever something is like out of track, you're like, okay, this is not what I'm used to. So um I would say 2021, 2020,
Mm-hmm.
no, 2021 is when I really just like focused in on that. So late bloomer to it, I heard it. And some things I'm like, okay, yeah. And then some things I'm just like, how can I not stress about it? But 2021 was like a
Yeah.
struggle year for me.
Yeah.
And that's when I really was like, there's no point of stressing over this. There's nothing you can do about it. And then the things that I was able to do, the things that was stressing me that I knew was in my control that I can fix, I fixed. And everything else, I was just like, whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I learned that before because I had made myself sick at one point to where
Yeah,
I was
you
stressed over
can.
every single step. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, absolutely not. It took for me to get shingles because I stressed myself out so bad young.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I was like, I really was like to the doctor, I'm like, she was like, you have shingles. And she backed away from me. I said, oh. And I said, I am a 30, whatever I said. And I was like, there's no way. And she was like, have you been stressed out a lot lately? And I was like,
Look,
no.
church, hold on one second.
Not sure.
Look, they listening and I'm listening.
But yeah, I literally stressed myself out to the point that I got that. And she was like, you can bring on shingles just by stressing out way too much over something. And I had so much going on that year. It was crazy, but I got through it, all that stuff. So yeah, y'all know. Y'all already know.
Yeah, stressing can cause a lot. It could cause you
Oh yeah,
early,
yeah,
early death. It can cause you all kind of
heart
stomach
attack.
issues,
Yeah,
ulcers, like all different kind of things.
yeah, absolutely. Let me get to some of these comments. No is a complete sentence. Yep. That's one that took me a while to appreciate. Yep. That's a good
Yeah,
mental health advice for that. Always prioritize your mental health. Take time for yourself and self care.
yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah. I
And
was a
say,
late bloomer to that as well.
yeah, y'all probably already know mine. I mention it often. Stop allowing toxic folks. Say it again. Stop
Access to you.
allowing toxic folks access to you, even family, in some cases, especially family.
I will say
That,
I started that early. When I tell you, at
yeah,
least no, the cutoff game,
yeah.
serious.
Listen, because it's literally, no bueno. It's just like it doesn't help. Had to support on this, and I was like, awesome, thanks, Miss T. Yeah, like literally, when sometimes people feel like pressured like their family by doing stuff and everything. Like you gonna run yourself ragged, like run yourself ragged completely by not setting boundaries. That's the biggest thing. You need to set boundaries with people and your family. So you're a whole individual, your whole self. Make sure you are setting those boundaries with you and your family because you're a whole adult yourself. So
Yeah.
that's just that's just a big one. That's a big one.
Look,
Uh,
thank you, Miss T. Look, Miss T is staying adding up,
I,
cutting
uh,
up. Both
cut.
our lives. We appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you on the good side. Way to go. Okay, so I got the other one. What's the best ever, most important ever lesson about love that you've learned?
Um, the most important lesson about love that I learned is you are not going to have to continue to express to someone how you feel about certain things or how certain things make you feel, um if they really care about you. Like if I say a certain thing
Mhm.
bothers me and you continue to do it, then it's kind of like F you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I learned like someone that really wants you, they're gonna go for it. They're gonna make time for you. They not just fitting you in your schedule, they're gonna make time for you and they're gonna show you like since you feel this type of way, my job is to kind of change it and make you feel otherwise. Of course, not like personally, like insecures and things like that, but
Mhm.
about what you expect in a relationship.
I agree. I agree. I agree. Um, I would say for me, um, the most the 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 best lesson learning about love is that love is not automatic. Just because you have a situation, it's not automatic. Love takes growth. Like it's different stages of love. So you really, really, really have to identify what kind of love it is and so forth. So the different stages, different branches, I'll call it, of love is what I really, really learned. Because I'm like, okay. And just because someone says the word "I love you," love is an action word. So you have to put that action behind it to really say it. Because I can say it till I'm blue in the face, but never show you that I love you.
Right.
So that, and there's different stages. Is that the smaller stage, like, okay, yeah, but then it's that deep rooted love, like, I'm about to conquer the world because this is whoever, and blah, all that good stuff. It's like really, really, really can get to that intense moment where you, I don't know, like maybe I'm jumping into something else. Your skin's on fire. You're like hot and burning love. Like just love that person with so much passion. Everything. Like I'm a passionate person. I'm just very like expressive too. So sometimes that amplifies with me, but it might not be for someone who is like just laid back. It doesn't mean they don't love you. It just means that they're expressing it differently. So
Yeah.
definitely a big, big, big lesson to learn as well. Oh, we got a couple comments. Hold on. Be kind to yourself and love yourself first so you can be kind to and love others. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Sarah, happy
Absolutely.
hi. Hello. Hello,
Yeah,
hello.
definitely one of the important ones as well. Like RuPaul would say, if you can't
Mhm.
love yourself, how in the hell would he say? And RuPaul Drag Race, that's my favorite. I can't even think of it right now. But if you can't love yourself, how in the hell can someone else or something like that? But yeah,
Somebody else love you,
yeah.
pretty much. Hey, Drell's Healing Garden
Hey,
and Hello. She said, hello,
welcome
y'all
in.
beautiful. Hello, hello. And I hit that like on the way. And I know that's right. Click. Thank you.
Appreciate
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Trust your gut more than your heart. Ooh.
absolutely.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Absolutely. Let me tell you, sometimes that heart will lead you wrong. You be like,
exactly. Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah. 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 Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's okay, Miss T cooking.
What you cooking, Miss T? You ain't
Right.
cooking.
Yeah, she cooking. Hold
You
up.
know, normally she say she get her a roasted chicken. So what you cooking, Miss T?
Right. She is cooking. Okay. She is cooking for real. You have to give yourself that love that you give others. Oh, yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's important. That's one of the things of putting yourself first. That's
Yeah.
super, super important.
Absolutely. 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 Okay. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Yo, hey, Puka. Hey, Dennis. What's up? What's
Hey,
up?
Dennis.
Okay. So you got the next one, ma'am.
Let's see.
I did highlight it. Okay. Hmm.
Um,
She said, y'all already know. Went and got some perch, making some cabbage. See? 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 She don't play about her food, y'all, okay? She don't play about her food. People don't know how to
um,
love themselves. That's very true. They don't know how to love themselves. Absolutely. And you know, I'm all about the self love at Sarah Happy
yeah,
High. Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah. because it's important to make yourself happy. Um,
Yeah.
to rely on someone else to make you happy. So absolutely.
Somebody should be adding to your happiness, not
Yeah.
they make me happy.
Yeah. A best way you have ever healed from a heartache or heartbreak. I know that one's pretty like I didn't ask you that.
Woo!
And I sit
I
over
know.
here. Yeah, what is the best way you ever healed from a heartbreak?
See, the best way. Cheers, right? Hold on, I need to take a sip. I have some not so best ways. But the best way, okay, the best way I healed from a heartbreak is I took time for myself. I
Yep.
didn't jump into another relationship. I didn't jump into another situationship or whatever. Like I didn't talk. I just said I'm just gonna be alone for now. That was the best way I handled it. Because the other ways, I did not handle it well at all.
Yeah.
I did not handle it well, and that might be a story time for another day. Like
Yeah.
I didn't handle it well. So taking time to say I'm not going to jump to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one, and all that good stuff. You know the saying they be saying to get over one, you to the other. So
Yeah, and that saying is not a good saying because
it's not
when you don't give yourself time to heal from the past relationship, you can very much well go into that next relationship with those same things that you needed to either work on yourself, or you didn't give yourself time to realize like, hey, this is not something that I want in a partner because of the last partner. So you definitely, that's actually one of the ones for me as well, is giving yourself time. um but also for me it was like blocking them from everything. So if you have my social media, I'm blocking you. My telephone number, I'm blocking you. If I see a private, because what they gonna do is call from private, baby. Listen, they know ways around it, so you could block them still. And so I'm not answering no private number. I'm blocking you and everything. I'm sorry if I keep on getting on and off the camera because my dog is like trying to be a daredevil,
I
and she's
know.
old
Little
to
Juicy.
doing all
We
of what
love
she's trying to do.
we we love Juicy. I got you. I got
But yeah, that would be one for me as far as the
the best
blocking
way.
them out, giving yourself time.
Yeah.
And also, and I think this is like one of the most important ones for me, is leave when you know it's time to leave. Because yeah, you gonna hurt and yeah, you gonna cry, but the longer you stay, the worse that hurt is going to be. um and so that was one of the things I had to learn the hard way, is, yeah, it's gonna hurt. If you need to cry, go ahead and cry, but it depending on the situation and how it's set up, you can lose all of yourself and literally have to rebuild all of yourself the longer you stay and accept something that you know you shouldn't be accepting. So
Absolutely.
that's well, I guess that was a few, huh? We both only said one, but I listen, I have to think about that. Like,
Yeah, you're right. Like, hey. Yeah. Let me see. Like, I'm saying mistake. Yep. I give a lot to God to handle. Yep. Sometimes you just kind of like, hey, I'm just gonna let this go. It's in your
yeah,
hands now. I'm not dealing with it anymore.
but
And
that could
feel
be
it.
hard sometimes because you're not supposed to question God. But in certain situations, sometimes you can find yourself being like, why me? Or like you can fall even more deep with that too. But no, always got to give it to God.
Right. Feel it to heal it. Cry until you can't. I
Period.
listen. It's okay. It's okay. I used to be like, oh, let me hold it in. And
No,
then I explode one time. And then it's like, no, I can't do that. So absolutely feel it, heal it, cry it out if you
and
need
you
to.
got to be patient with yourself too.
Mhm.
You got to
Yes.
be patient with yourself.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna jump on over here to, and I think we had talked about this. What is the best date you ever had? The best date you ever had. Whoop.
Um, I'm trying to think because I've had a lot of good dates. I've had a lot of good dates. Um, but one of my things, and I always revert back to this, but one of my things is I love a man that's attentive.
Mm-hmm.
Like I absolutely love a man that is attentive because they also kind of keep you on your toes, right? They'd
Mm-hmm.
be like, especially like for example, I'm always getting my nails done, my feet done. This is actually the longest I have not had my nails done, except for right now. I just have my regular nails polished, but I normally like have like fake nails. Um, and so I love a man that's attentive. Like he will be like, why you don't got your nails done? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just a reminder for me, like, right, I need to get it together, get out of this funk. And so for me, um, I had never, so this was the first guy that did this for me. And I thought that it was something that was like everything to me. So we'll go to the first date because I had a few after that. But so this guy that I was talking to, he he was the first guy that ever set up like a surprise something for my birthday. So it was a surprise dinner for my birthday. The listening piece, right? I had been talking about how I wanted to go to this place and I had never went. I don't know why I'd never went. But I had never went and I was saying how I would love to go to this place. Um, and he set up a surprise thing. How did he get in contact with my friends? I don't even know, to be honest with you, because it was at least like 6 or 7 of my friends.
Oh
And I
wow.
was like, is you stalking? Because how you know my friends? Like, I mean, a few, of course, he knows them because that was
Yeah.
like my boyfriend at the time. But he didn't know half of the people that was there. And he said it was the first guy to ever set up any surprise, anything for me.
Oh.
It was at a restaurant that I had been wanting to go to. One of my best friends that at the time stayed in New Orleans. How did he get her there? I don't even know, and I didn't even ask that. But she was there, and I always go back and forth between like my favorite cake being strawberry shortcake with fresh strawberries or like an Oreo ice cream slash cake because it wasn't really even ice cream. But he surprised me with like all of the things that was my favorite with like my favorite people there. And I thought that that was just like everything because
Yeah.
he listened to me. And that
I
was
love that. First of all, when a man's actually planning something out to a T,
that part. That part.
a whole nother
Mhm.
episode.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
okay, you get
mother.
pointers for this
You
because
oh, absolutely, absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. Um, I'm gonna say my best date ever was it almost lasted about 20 hours. 20 hours. It was our first date.
What y'all do? Maybe after
Literally,
dark. Oh, well, it's dark time now.
it is. So literally, because we were talking online for a long time. We were supposed to meet up. Somebody ended up in the hospital, all that crazy stuff. So finally, he was like, "Listen, I don't want to wait anymore. Let's meet up at a coffee shop and we'll take it from there. We like if we're vibing in person, we can go from there." Literally met him at the coffee shop. And we were in there talking for like over an hour, just talking and talking. And he was like, "All right, let's go." And I'm like, okay. And we go. I leave my car is still parked at the coffee shop, like parked there. And he's from Atlanta, so he takes me on different sites of Atlanta that I've never seen before. And because I was new to it, I was like 2 years in, maybe like a year and a half in. I was just like, oh wow. And then we went to this restaurant that was so good, and I was just like, oh my god, so fresh. And then he was like, okay, let's go here. He used to take pictures, so he just like did
Oh,
a
he could do
whole
like a little photo shoot in the city.
yes, like it was
Oh,
so
how
oh
cute.
my gosh, it was so good. And then we went to this park and we were talking for hours for there. And then we went to go see the stars at a different location, like literally talking and having such an amazing conversation, a good time. And it was just literally like, oh crap, is that the sun coming up?
Yeah, good
You gotta
conversation.
go. Like I had roommates then. I was like, they about to kill me. And I had guy roommates like, where you at? Because I had to drop locations and drop their IDs so that before I go out with anybody. And I'm like, I'm coming home. I'm sorry. They're like, oh, you think you ground. So, but it was so good. It was so organic, and it was just a lot of great getting to know that person, conversation, and everything. So that I will say, oh, one of my best dates that I have ever had, because it was just so organic and it just felt like everything just felt right at that moment. Let me get to these comments real quick. Okay, 30 years ago when my husband took me out. Okay, 30 years on her first date. Okay, congratulations.
I love that.
Love it, love it, love it. A spontaneous weekend getaway without me having any idea where. I love that. Where we're going. My bag was packed. Not
I know that's right.
and we were on our way.
I'm trying to be like you when I grow up, Stay. Because
listen, Stay is hashtag.
Yeah, I had something similar, but bag wasn't packed.
right. Like your stuff's in there. Go for it. The best date I ever had was when I started dating myself. Oh, is that a word? That is a word. When I start dating myself, I know that's right. Okay, Drell. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And you need another great date. I've had other great dates. I hate you. I have had other great dates. I just mentioned that one. I've had other great dates. Okay. I'm going to say this. I've had not as many, I'll say great, because it takes a lot to be great. Because I don't feel like, and again, it's another episode, I don't feel like men are the best planners. I'm just saying. Sorry, attack me if you want to.
Look, you just haven't met that great planner, because there is some out there. It's probably not many, and I'm not going to talk on them much because I don't know. But you probably just ain't had that great planner, because they're out there, just like there's some good men out there.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I know that for sure. It's just that's not their strong suit in my whatever. It's something that is learned, but again, that's a whole different episode for a whole different day. Yeah. I love that, Drell. Yes, absolutely. And have a great weekend, everyone. I'm glad I caught up with you today. Yes, we're glad to. Thank you, Sarah. Happy High. So much.
Enjoy your weekend. Be safe.
Yeah, I need another great day as well. Absolutely, you sure do.
Okay, bye, Dennis. Bye, Dennis.
Okay. Is it? Oh no, it's your turn. Pick one.
Let's see. Where's the one that's around kind of wood? Let's see.
And shout out to everybody again for sticking with us. Lord have mercy. All right, here. All right. These lights are a little hot in here. Thanks, you guys, again. And don't forget to hit that like button while you're in here. And remember, if you can, there's other YouTubers in here as well. Make sure you hit them up as well, please. And thank you.
Yes. So this one, just because you read about Stay in Minds is like a similar one to that. So what is the best surprise that you ever received from a partner? Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I got you back. Dang. I hate to that's a tough one. That is a tough one, because that's a tough one. I've had people surprise me for it, and I love surprises, but I'm actually also very hard to surprise. And it may be because I overthink, or I'll be thinking like, I'll be like, I wonder why, like you do something different or a little bit, off the kilter or whatever. I am going to be like, I wonder why they sneeze to the left this time. I'm weird. I just not over.
God sneeze to the left. Now come on now.
like, they usually do this. What's going on? Like I'm that person that thinks it out and be like, okay, whatever. So I'm not the easiest person to surprise at all. So when someone can actually surprise me, I'm like, whoa. So okay, this is gonna sound weird, and I'm not saying the best. This is like probably, I don't know, maybe because it made me feel so good. Like I literally I didn't know where me and this guy were, headed and stuff. And literally we were talking before about family and meeting families and stuff like that. And I was just like, okay. But he pulled up and I'm like, number one, he absolutely hates bowling, hates it. I absolutely love it.
I love bowling. It's going deep.
I love it.
I get serious.
I get serious with the bowling. Like, come on now. So we pull up to the bowling alley. First of all, and I'm like, are we going bowling? Are we going? And because I have been like, I want to go bowling, I want to go bowling. And he's like, bowling sucks. And I'm like, oh, because you're not good at it. But we pull up, and the first thing, oh my God, we're going bowling. Second thing was it was like his cousin's day. So some of his family was there and everything. I'm like, I'm meeting more of the family. I felt so like, it was an amazing surprise for me. Like that was just like, I felt stringed up. Like that was really, really, really great. I loved that. So it made me feel special and, introducing me, and I'm meeting everybody, and I'm like, and he's a person that doesn't bring people around his family. So it was really, really, really huge for me and everything. So that was my best surprise ever.
Yeah. So mine's would be, and you know about this one. Mine's would be, I am like super family oriented. I have a huge family on my mom's side and my dad's side. And when I tell you, we are all like super close knitted. Of course, there's a few one-offs, but it's not as many as how close we all are. And the people that know me knows that my grandparents is like everything to me. And it was some news that I got about my grandma. And I was super stressed because I didn't know which way it was going. And she's still kicking at 80 something. Okay.
Yeah.
But I was like, I had like took a mental break from work. Like I needed that. And he knows that traveling is like one of my ways of like getting out of the stress or whatever, because with traveling, regardless of what's going on, even if I have a lot in my head or whatever, when I travel, I literally forget about everything because I just feel so good. And he had planned a little, and it was last minute too. I want to say it was like 2 days when he was like, I'm taking you somewhere, make sure you got this packed, blase blue. And I was like, perfect. I had already took off from work. And we had drove somewhere to a beach. Look, I don't want to give too much just in case he, we had drove to a beach, and it was a weekend getaway for me to just be able to try to stay positive about the situation that she was in. And it was exactly what I needed. He has literally set up everything. And it was just what I needed. And we had a ball, and I was super happy about it because I was like, where you been all my life? You know, my life right now.
It be like that sometimes.
I had high hopes, because everything was just perfect. And that was something where I was like, okay, he really cares about my mental health and being there for me and showing me like, I got you or whatever. So that was like one of the best surprises I had.
Okay. While we're keeping toe in the thing, since you said it, I'm going to go with, what's the best vacation you ever had?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. So I have two.
Okay.
I would say Jamaica and Mexico. Jamaica for me is because I actually super deep dived into the culture, wanted to understand their struggles and why they struggle and things like that. It was the first like place that I went out of country Airbnb where it was like literally like a mansion. We had a chef, a butler, a maid. We literally had every single thing we needed. And one night, everyone that came, they went out and I did not go out. I wanted to stay in the house and really just like soak it in and thank God and be appreciative for everything that was going on. And I stayed in the house and I talked to the chef. It was the chef, the maid, and the house person.
Mhm.
And I was just asking them like about their culture and have they ever thought about leaving Jamaica and everything. And that's when they were telling me about a person that whoever the man is that runs Jamaica, that he is for the rich, of course, and not the poor. And they were pretty much just explaining how hard it is to leave Jamaica. Like if you don't have like a job that consists of traveling or a certain amount of money, they don't allow people to get a visa or passport or whatever to leave the country because they know that they're going to leave it for good. And so they were literally just giving me the full breakdown about like how some of their family was able to leave and how they were literally just stuck with just their friends, no more family there. And they really just gave me a full insight on Jamaica. And I just felt so bad for them because being from the United States, as I started to travel out the country more, I literally started to understand why people don't like people from the United States. Like, it's cold as hell. Like when I tell you, we are so spoiled.
Yeah.
And like, for example, like, and this was a humbling experience as well. And it is another
Yeah.
reason why I loved it. So on the last night of our Airbnb, there was no water. And you know what? Being from the US, we like no water. No, I need to shower. I need to do this. I need to do that. And I love how all of the women that I was with, we literally humbled ourselves because the lady explained to us, like, hey, technically, since y'all been here, we didn't know that the water was out in our area and we was using their reserve water. And, so when we came back from our excursions, we're expecting a shower. And they're like, there's no water. But I love how they tried to find ways to fix it. So they had bottles of water and all that. Of course, we had to do a little bird bath, but I'd rather that than nothing, right? And she pretty much explained to us like their water had been out. We used their reserve tanks, and they had like 3 reserve tanks. So like I said, it was like a 10 bedroom like type of house. And she was basically saying like they don't get notification when their water, with us, if Wi-Fi go out,
Yeah.
Xfinity, they'll text you and be like, hey,
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is going to be out for about 2 or 3 hours, or your water, you'll get a notification like, hey, water's out. We're working on these different kind of pipes or something like that. And so in Jamaica, it was a humbling experience for us. And I love, like I said, all of us immediately, like we was mad for a hot 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm not gonna lie. But as she explained to us everything, and like I said, I had ended up already having a day before having a conversation with all of them in the house, and they were telling me how, the struggle is real. Because we drive around and we see the struggle, but they actually like broke it down to me. And so that would be one of them. And then also Mexico, because Mexico was the first vacation I went on where I like conquered all kind of fears. I don't know how to swim. But because I don't know how to swim doesn't mean I stop it. I allow it to stop me from certain things. I'm
Right.
still jet ski. I'm still doing like certain things. And so in Jamaica, it was my first time I went swimming with the dolphins. I was terrified. You hear me? I was terrified, but I did it. It was my first time snorkeling. Terrified again, but I did it. It was my first time zip lining. Well, it was technically my second time. The first time was in Vegas through that mall, but that zip lining is like 5 minutes, so I don't really count it. And this zip lining, you went through like 6 different courses, and each single one you go higher and higher, but you do different things. So like the first go, you're just zip lining regular. The second go, you zip lining upside down. The third go, you doing the Superman. And then the last one, which was the best one for me, we zip line in a hammock. And when I tell you, I was like this on that hammock. I was like, oh, this is different. So One, I conquered a lot of fears, and another one, it was a humbling experience, and I really got to really learn about the culture.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I like those.
What
Let me
about you?
get this. For me, I would say I'm stuck now. London, I've always wanted to go to London, so I feel like that's one, a default one. London, I was there for a week. It was amazing. It was so amazing. I loved it so much. I got to see
I have been to London yet.
Alice's. I love London so much. I had fun. And the food, like the food that I had, it was good. Like it was just really, really great. And I got to my friend. I met a friend there, and well, I met him before, but he lives there and he's from there, and he was able to tell me about the culture and everything like that, and different. He educated stuff. I walked a lot, and I caught the. I
I
walked a
don't mean to
lot.
read food. I'm listening, but I got to turn my camera off real quick again.
Gotcha. Yeah, so literally it was just a really, really great experience. And Cancun, no, not Cancun, Cabo, was really, really great because I've never rode a camel before, and I rode a camel, and I did ATVs in the desert, so I was happy in the
You could
resort
do the camels in Mexico?
in Cabo, Mexico, on the beach. I rode
Wow.
camels, Cabo, Mexico. It was amazing. Oh my god, it was so freaking good. Like it was so good. It was so good. It was like it was for my birthday. It was a great experience. The hotel, the resort we stayed at was we we didn't have to walk around. All you had to do was call a chariot, and they were driving you to wherever you wanted to go to on a resort. It was amazing. You did not really have to leave the resort. So it was really, really good with that. So those are my two. But London, that was a dream trip for me. And as I always wanted to go. But that would probably be the number one best one. Let me get to a comment. Dennis says Memphis was the first trip I concerned my some fears. Oh, conquered your fears. I know what you meant. Yeah. Hey, I need to know that story. Okay. Oh, maybe because that's probably where you fly because you don't fly. So that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, Drell left us. Thanks for a great y'all. I definitely be back. Y'all sure to have an amazing evening and night. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yes, we got about 9 minutes left. So I think we have time for maybe one more, Lachey. You good with that?
We could do a few more.
Okay. Okay.
Since we
Cool.
came in late.
Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna jump ship a little bit. And oh, I think I did. You want me to ask it or you want to pick one?
I'll pick one.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's do. Well, we just talked about that, so I don't want to give that answer again. What is the best? What's the best fashion purchase you've ever made?
Oh, y'all, and if I could pull it up and show y'all, there's these I think they were Jessica Simpson shoes.
I used to love Jessica Simpson stuff.
Yo,
this was everything.
They were wedges, and they were white wedges, and they had a gold plate over top of like the strap of them.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you couldn't tell me nothing, you couldn't tell me nothing. Nothing. When I say I wore those till the heels fell off, I wore those to the heels fell off. Like literally, the strap was so worn. I wore them so much. It was in a long time because they were good quality shoes, and they were probably the most expensive shoes I bought at that time. But I was like, I need these. These are like amazing. They were, oh my gosh. Oh my god.
You're so silly.
I'm about to cry because I have no idea where those shoes.
So well, clearly you don't need to know where they at. You didn't wore them until they can't be worn no more.
When I say if I can find it, if y'all find white and gold Jessica Simpson, I'll give you my P.O. box number. I'll give you everything to send it to me, or just tell me where it is. Send me the link. I want those shoes back so bad. Like when I say it, I had a different kind of confidence when I was wearing those shoes. It was like you couldn't tell me nothing.
That's how it is when you get those favorite heels that it didn't, because as a woman,
yeah,
you got to know what shoes is for what. So when you find those one pair of shoes that you can walk miles in, you can go to dinner, you go to the club, you go to you go to a stadium where it's a basketball game or a football game, and you can be stepping. I got a pair of those to this day that I absolutely love because, you know, again, as a woman, there are certain shoes that is just for dinner. Get out the car and walk straight to the table. And
Uber
not
shoes.
standing up, you know. And so, yeah, no, I get you 100% on that.
Yeah, those are the Uber shoes, valet shoes. If you know you're doing valet and get picked up in front of the door, you can walk to the table and walk back. Those kind of shoes, but everything else,
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say my best fashion purchase was when I was able to buy myself my first name brand label. So I went into Louis Vuitton and I bought me the sock boot Louis Vuitton shoe, heels that has a flower heel. So it's all black. And of course, the stitching in the black like sock has Louis Vuitton logo. And then the heel was the brown Louis heel with the flower. And then I bought me the purse to go with it. So it was a nice hefty bill. You hear me? But it felt good to be able to buy myself. And then I also love Louis Vuitton. And so it felt good to be able to walk into Louis Vuitton and purchase that bag and those shoes that I've been wanting and get it for myself. I mean, I felt good. You hear me? I was skipping out of the store. I was like, yeah, I can buy myself my own self, you know, brands or whatever. And then of course after that, I was going crazy and I didn't bought all kind of labels and all of that. But it felt good to go into Louis Vuitton. I think it was probably like, I want to say the shoes was probably like 1,300, and then the purse was 1,000. But it was a purse that came with the wallet.
Yeah.
I spent a pretty penny, but I felt good doing that because I had worked hard and I said, you deserve this, you've been wanting it. And so I got it.
I trust me, I understand. No, not that, because I don't think I've ever spent that much on a thing, like clothing or fashion, whatever stuff. And because my brain, not that like I've saved up before for stuff, but I'm just like, I need to whatever. Like I almost clutched my whole pearls when I bought a Kate Spade bag for the first time. I was like, but I love Kate. I love Kate Spade.
That perfume. If you don't got the perfume, the Kate Spade perfume, listen, absolutely love it. I got 2 bottles, and my favorite one is discontinued now. And I hate when they do that. But yeah, no, I feel you. I love Kate Spade.
Yeah. Let me see. It says I bought some $1,200
six and a half inches, baby. I ain't walking in 6.5. I was never able to walk in a 6.5. So I salute you, but I know Kenyatta. I know she be stepping in those stilettos. I can't do stilettos.
She does that. One thing Kenyatta can do is walk, okay? And that walk in those 6.5. I'm surprised they were only 6.5. Yeah, that was that. I know, Dennis. What can I do with the man? Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand, okay? You know, we know what you can do.
You can do a lot with 1,200, but when you are able to use that 1,200 towards whatever it is that you want,
right?
Regardless of what it is, it just feels good.
Listen, it does.
Not saying that you, because don't get me wrong, I don't spend it all the time.
Oh no,
that was actually my biggest purchase. Well, yeah, I definitely bought some shoes, another few shoes that's like 900 in a head, but they limited edition. See, me, I'm not a person that wears what everybody wears. Yeah. Like literally, even the boots and the purse, a lot of things that I buy is not trending. I buy what I like, and I'm a person that like different kind of things, which is why I get the heels with the flower thing. My other 2 favorite is my Balenciaga sock tennis shoes, but those limited edition. Everybody got the regular ones. Mine's got the little foams in the back with the whole shebang. And then my Alexander McQueen tennis shoes. Again, limited edition. Not everybody got them suede green in the front with the white in the back. But listen, Dennis, when you are able to purchase something that you want, I don't care.
And I think what it is like, to me, it's like the same thing as like you get a lot of wear. You don't understand how much like how much use you get out of these things. It's just like you buy like a 60, 70-inch TV or whatever. Yeah. Like, you know, that's an investment. Shoes and everything's investment. With me, I don't buy a lot of, like, I won't say trendy. I buy things that I know I like. Like, I just bought my first pair of Jordans last year, and that's because I wanted to wear, not because, oh, it's this time. I'm like, oh no, those are cute. What are those? Oh, they're Jordans. Cute. Okay, I get them. And that's about it. But yeah, that's just pretty much how that is. Let me get to
and it lasts a long time. Like I said, that Louis Vuitton purchase was in 2020. My Balenci's was probably in like 2021. And the Alexander McQueen's was when I went to Dallas for my birthday. So that was 2022. And I don't wear my label stuff every day. Literally, I can count how many times I wore those Louis Vuitton boots to where people would think like it's a waste. Like literally, actually, I probably only wore those Louis Vuitton boots 5 times. I literally only wore them 5 times. But they still look good. Yeah, it don't even look like now the Louis Vuitton purse I've wore a lot more times. Yeah, but it don't look like I wore it as many times as I've done, you know. But if it's great quality, I'm gonna pay for it if I want it.
Period. This is tough one because the way my shopping habit is set up. I mean, we always, you know, that retail therapy or just like that thing that we need. It's okay. It's okay. We know how to in moderation now. Well, my bills are learning that. But yeah, that's how that is. I'm so cheap. We know. Welcome.
It's okay to be cheap though. That's it's a good thing and it could be a bad thing. Exactly. But it's a good thing because, you know, but that don't mean just because we spending money, it's outside of our means. Because trust and believe, I had more racks after that when I left that Louis Vuitton store to where it didn't like burn a hole in my pocket. I'm not gonna do nothing like that. Like I definitely know like I'm definitely a responsible adult. You know what I'm saying? Like but when I want it, I want it. I walk up in there like I'm a millionaire. Let me get this, please.
When you're making that kind of purchase, when you're like, you know, now what these Shein hauls be giving me, that might not be like. I got
the nerves to be complaining about Shein, and I'm over here spending all this damn money on a pair of shoes.
Right, like, and Shein really is more like, ooh, do I need that or I want it? I want it. Put it in the bag.
I want it and I need it because I want it.
Tiffany says clothes are my weakness, and you are the fashionista, ma'am. So I can understand that you doing what you do. I was mad. I bought $200 sneakers. Boy, I'm doing better this now. I haven't shot for clothes or shoes in over a year. Oh, okay.
That's real good for you, King. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
When I get my 100-inch TV, I'm gonna be hyped. Exactly, it's the same thing.
And you paying way more for that 100-inch TV.
Right.
I don't care if you do it on Black Friday. You dropping a nice penny on the 100-inch
Black Friday and Cyber Monday mixed together. That's a big one. That is a big one. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Shoot, we got some shoppers in the chat.
I'm happy we ain't alone.
I know, because I'm like, you know, but I thought I was tripping my little. Again, if y'all find those shoes, please. Like, I love those shoes so much. I love them. Yeah, it's on sale for $3,000, sir.
And you over here talking about us, Dennis? $3,000 for a TV.
Sir.
Now that's what I ain't gonna do. Now you over here talking about us. I ain't paying for no TV. I'm just not doing it. But let me tell you, every time I go into Costco's, I'll be ready. Because let me tell you, Costco's TV. Listen, the quality, and the feature on those TVs, and I don't care what inch it is. Costco's get my money every time.
They'll give you the special TV. I think they shift all those special extra ones over the top because I'm glad it's not a salesperson for Costco TVs. You always see people over there with the cell phones, but a salesperson for them TVs, I'd be like, okay, can we put this on a plan? What's going on?
Right, you got a payment plan going on, sir.
Right, right. At least others see our fashion. Only Dennis will enjoy the TV. Exactly, exactly. Now I'm gonna say this though. Dennis is a if you see, it's called Ignorant Thinkers Podcast. He does like 5 days a week. He is talking about sports, so he watches all sports, not just football, basketball, all of the sports, and he has a whole podcast, really, really big podcast on his sports. So I can understand the TV because you need to see all the things. So I got you, Puka. I got you.
Yeah, and I need to see myself stepping in these Louis.
Listen, and I said, exactly, that's a car. That is a $3,000 on dinner. You know what? I'm gonna say this, and I'm speaking it into the world, okay, into existence. When I am there to where I can just drop that, it's gonna be a very shift for me to be like, whew. And they're like, man, you got $1 million in the 5 million in the bank, and I'm like, that's still $3,000 on TV. It's gonna be a transition for me because I'm so like making sure everything.
I think I'll still be that way though, because like I'm a big thrifter. And I remember they were saying this sidebar, but I remember it was a thing. If you guys know who Kenya Moore is from Atlanta Housewives, they were like talking about her because she was in, I believe it was Ross or TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money I get. I'm going to always be a thrifter. Period. Let me tell you, I have found some of the cleanest pieces by going thrifting.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, like literally, I'm always getting compliments. Because let me tell y'all, when I get dressed, I put that stuff on. You hear me? No, let me stop.
No, because
when I get dressed, I get dressed. And I don't care how much money I got. I'm going to be thrifting. And I don't do the Goodwill thrifting. I like different kind of thrifting.
She took me one time, y'all.
Huh?
I said, you remember you took me that one time? And I'm like, it's a whole science to this. She got it down packed.
Let me tell you, down packed. There's a thrifting place in Atlanta where it's an Amazon warehouse. And you can get, like, when I tell you, I found expensive things in there and I'm walking out by only paying $4 because it's a place where every single day the price is a different price. So like on Fridays is when they first put out brand new stuff. So everything is in there is $8. It don't matter what the price say. And then Saturday go down to $4, Sunday $2 or whatever the case may be. And then my vintage thrifting place, I can go into a vintage thrifting place and buy a brand, like let's say a Louis Vuitton or a Versace or whatever item that somebody didn't pay $2,000 for, and I'm getting it for $500. Like, I am going to thrift and bargain any way that I can. And I don't care how much money I got.
Yep, absolutely. Costco makes you feel like you
literally. When I tell you I was so mad about COVID when they stopped having the people on every aisle with the little testers, the food testers.
They got it back.
You know I'm not good on testing stuff, but when I tell you, it is very few times I went to Costco's and I tried one of those food testers and did not like it. I leave out of Costco's full. I had an 8-course meal dealing with Costco.
Oh my gosh, I cannot hold up. 5 easy payments of $600 for that $3,000
for that TV.
Boy, my last 2 TVs were free. Okay, right. Ain't nothing easy about them payments, but go off, King.
She is hilarious.
Yo, my 73-inch TV was $1,700 in 2011. Boy,
that must mean he got one of them smart TVs because I definitely just bought a 70-inch.
He bought that in 2011.
It was only $400, so I don't know what he got going on.
That was in 2011 though. Back before all the crazy stuff. So yeah, you got.
But I just recently got mine. What, 2 Black Fridays ago?
Oh yeah. But you know, Black Fridays ain't Black Fridays anymore. And
they not. When I tell you, last year was the first year literally that I bought nothing for Black Friday or Cyber Monday. I was like actually offended by these prices. I was offended by those prices. I was like, what is going on? I was
You
so
know
upset.
what? I didn't buy any. Well, I'd be like, and then Cyber Money is like, I think honestly, Sheen and the clothes places had better sales than they did because it was like
I was super
50% off
mad.
of all the stores. So
Wanted
yeah.
to get a camera. I had wanted to get so much. I needed a new
Oh
projector.
yeah.
I got a projector in my basement,
Yeah.
and I needed a new projector, like a more high quality one. And I
Mhm.
was like, I could buy this on a regular day with these prices. Y'all done lost
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah. Y'all lost y'all mind.
Yeah.
Quality items. Exactly. Welcome, welcome. Yes, quality items. Let me see. We are at 1 hour and 10 minutes. Did you want to do one more, Lachey?
Sure.
Okay.
We still got a lot of spicy stuff left.
Well, I don't see. I'm looking for
We
the.
got a whole bunch of spicy stuff.
I don't see it there.
Mhm.
Nope, I don't see it.
But let's see. This one
Mm-mm.
ain't too spicy.
Okay.
We got like at least 10 spicy things left that we didn't even get to. I guess we was trying to play it safe.
I know. I know.
We were trying
No.
to play
And
it
of course, this
safe.
is like, let's get spicy. No.
We might have to extend this to another one because we got a lot
Part
of spicy
two. Yeah,
things.
we
Time
do.
just flew by. What is going on?
Hmm.
Let's see. And I mean, we could stay a little bit longer. It doesn't matter. Because we still literally have at least like 20 questions left.
Jesus. We always
What is the best career advice that you've ever gotten? And then you can go into a spicy one after this one.
the best career advice was okay. I'll say this, and I think that it has helped my career at this job currently. Um, and it was shout out to Sierra.
You know what? The best advice I was gonna say is from him too. So he a real one.
I
My
know he a real one. He a real one.
love him.
And because I was new and I would walked in and I'm like, y'all were like a whole family already. And
Mhm.
I'm coming in a like a management position.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know what to do. And I felt like I literally and y'all weren't like mean or anything like that. It was just y'all didn't know me. So y'all kind of was like we were super close off. So I told my mom the first week, I was like, I don't remember the sound of my voice. No one's talking to me. I don't remember it. And Sierra came to me and I was just like, he was like, you really quiet, what's up? Whatever. And I was just like, I don't know. Like this, maybe I don't maybe just I just was feeling weird about it. And he was just like, watch and listen. Once you watch and listen, then you go and learn people and build that relationship with people first and then go from there. Once he told me that, everything changed. Like when I say light switch changed, everything changed because I'm like, I'm trying to do everything else. And I'm like, no, learn the people first because this center is not like how I was before, where it was 1,000 people there. This
Yeah.
center is family based type situation, tight knit. So you listen, you learn the people, you get to know them, and that's how you build that trust. And then go from there. They'll respect you, they're whatever that. And I was just like, oh, super successful. So I've done that throughout everything, even when new people come in and I'm
So that's how you tricked me. No.
you want to be my friend. But he was just saying that because I was just like, wow, it's kind of like being a senior coming in new to a high school when
Yeah.
everyone's already in senior class and you're in senior class and everyone's had 4 years to build
Yeah.
up themselves.
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
of like that. So it's like, okay, you kind of just gotta get in where you fit in, but you gotta learn people and talk to them and build their trust. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So clearly he's like one of the greats.
he's one of the great.
So one of the best advice I got, and I used it for work wise and personal. And again, came from the great Siri, DJ Serious C.
Seriously,
He taught me to basically know your audience.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably one of the best advice ever, is to read the room and know your audience, know who you're speaking to. And I use that work wise and personal. It's
Okay.
kind of like the saying of read the room.
Yeah.
But then it's not, because you got to know who you're in front of and how you should present yourself. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that was probably one of the best things he got. Once he taught me that, and I actually took it on,
Mm-hmm.
um, I started to just like flourish at the job. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I started to understand me more, because I knew how to approach certain people. You, of course, just like in life or whatever, you can't treat everybody the same. And so he taught me, like, listen, if you're in a room with nothing but HR people, this is how you need to present yourself. If you're in a room with this type of people, this is how. So knowing your audience was probably like the best work advice I've ever received.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because once you know them, then you know how to
Yeah.
maneuver.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is actually really good. So you can make sure that you are really,
you're on your P's and Q's, dotting your I's and
yeah.
crossing your T's, period.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Let me get to some of these comments. Uh HR is not your friend.
Oh, I knew that before going in.
HR is not your friend.
Nope. None of them.
Try to act
I don't
like,
care if you think you cool with HR. Nah.
nah, we not cool. We not cool. At the end of the day, you're gonna do your job. Even if you try to whatever, or they'll try to man.
Yeah.
HR is not your friend. Best career advice is watch your surroundings and the people that surround you.
That's
That's
knowing your
real.
audience. That's
That's
knowing your
real.
audience all day long.
That's real. Move in silence, yes, because everyone doesn't need to go where your blessings are taking you. Shut up with the drops. Yes, absolutely. You don't need to tell everybody what you're doing, when you're doing it, how you're doing it, because
You go ahead. I'm sorry.
no. That, like, you really just don't need to do that. Just because especially if you're boasting, because it can come off boasty or whatever too, and you're counting your eggs before they hatch, before you even get something done. You're like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do that. I'm like, and then so everybody's not for you who might think they're for you. Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. They're not for you. So especially at work, when people be like, oh, okay, yeah, and they take your ideas and make it as
but you know what? Not only that, one of the things that no one taught me, I think, because I think this just came from independency and knowing that I fund everything for me. You know what I'm saying? Is you cannot be friends with everybody at work. Like, when I tell you, there's been, so I can literally count on one hand how many friends I have from my job. And I've been on my job for next year, it'll be 10 years. Okay. Congrats to me. But you cannot be friends with everybody. And I think I just knew that going in, because again, I fund everything. And the last thing I need is somebody to mess up my coins. At least to know, like, people, like, even when Tiffany, and she'll be like, no, this person cool. I'm not kicking it with her outside of work. No, ma'am. So then she can go back and make up this whole lie or tell my business or something like that. Absolutely. Like, I was, the people that I am friends with now from my job, and at least being one of them, I had to like really like feel you out first. Like, I had to like watch you. I had to see how you move. I had to like literally, it's probably only 5, and I've been with this company for 10 years, y'all. It's only been about 5 that let me see, you, Kenyatta, Corey, Tiffany, and Sierra. Them the only 5. I don't play no games, because I be damned if I am leaving my job because of somebody else. I'm not leaving my job until I'm ready. And that was one of my things. I don't got time for nobody to be trying to come in and mess up what I got going on, or disturb, and be in HR, because HR ain't your lying on me or my business that shouldn't be told at, the job. I almost say the job name, Lord Jesus.
Girl.
And so people got to stop that. You cannot be friends with everybody at your job. Even if you ain't got no friends, baby, listen, go to social outings, do something else, because I can't. And I think also too, because I know a lot of people that lost great jobs, career jobs,
Yeah.
and that they can be buddy with somebody, and then, like, let's say, for example, it was a manager and they started kicking in with their associates, and then the associate got mad, and now you can't coach them nothing, and now they snitching on you, telling some. No, I don't play that game, because, baby, let me tell you, I'm gonna be outside. Wait, no, let me stop.
No.
Don't steal my money. I don't play like that. Listen, I don't play like that. Not even a little bit.
Right, not even a little bit. Okay. Let me get to some of these comments. Don't answer your phone on your off day. I know that's goddamn right. Man, even if back in the day before I learned that, I'm like, hang up, because I'm like, no, or I can't do it. Sorry. So yes, absolutely, don't answer your phone on your off day. Keep your resume updated. Always stay looking and applying, and because you're super qualified and she can get it. That's one thing that you can do for real. Because I sometimes be like, I went to my resume recently and I was like, dang, I only had my last job here. I didn't put this job on here. So yeah, that is something. Absolutely. Keep your resume hot and popping.
Yeah, you got to. But not only your resume, y'all, nowadays, and not everybody want to be an entrepreneur, so I don't want to like put that on people, but there's other ways to have different streams of income, and it is important to do that. Like, the very professional way is to put in your 2 weeks, but when they ready to let you go, they not letting go of them 2 weeks. And there's a situation where I know somebody who was with their job for 20 years, literally full on career, basically about to retire. And they let her go because they let go of like 400 people within the company, and they let her go. And, our jobs and everything, it's our security. So it's something that we expect whether you get paid salary once a month, every 2 weeks, whatever way it's set up for you. And a job can let you go at any time. So yeah, you can have your resume ready and all of that, but you need that plan B, C, and D to fall back on just in case anything. So if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, look into stocks, look into trade, look into Bitcoin, look into drop ship, look into selling books, you know what I'm saying? Being a spokesperson, whatever it is, you need to look at something else and do not just have that job, because at any given moment that job can up and leave, and the worst thing you can run into is now being put out of your place, or car being repoed, or whatever the case may be because of a job. So I don't play that. I need getting money from a few different places. Find your sponsor or something. Listen, because
yeah, I don't know what FTJ is. Am I supposed to know FTJ?
Listen, people be hitting me up with those whatchamacallit, and I'd be like, what is that? I'd be feeling old. I'd be like, what is this?
What is FTJ?
Me all the time. She'll send me a 2 or 3 letter thing. I'd be like, girl, what does that mean? Just like when I was off of Instagram for like those 5 or 6 years, and I had to ask her, like, what is this and what is that? She like, you acting like I'd be like, girl, so what? So what? Leave me alone. He talking about I can't.
Oh, that's what it means. That's what it means. That's what it means. Okay.
I would have never thought that that's what that means.
You know what? That's a good one though. That's a good one. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I cannot. Thank you for the clarification, and thank you for not actually spelling it out. Nightbot probably would have got you. But yeah, I am going to
finish right in time. Look at that.
Listen, I know I got just a little bit.
I made that real good. I'm proud of
You
myself.
made it real fast. Maybe you should make it fast from now on.
Ooh, baby, that thing
Listen,
is hitting
right there.
it hit right here.
So I'm gonna just ask this last questions a
And then,
little bit. Yeah, then we out of here. I'm gonna ask this one question. It's a little bit spicy, but just enough spice to keep y'all for the next part 2. It's not gonna be next week, but we're gonna have a part 2 for this because we
you
didn't.
want to talk about what you want to bring up? What we're going to talk about next week as well, because I think it's very important.
Yeah, we can after the question. We can.
Okay.
So what is the best way you made up with your partner?
Girl.
Why she roll her eyes, y'all? Why she roll her eyes?
The best way I made up with my partner. So for me, I can honestly say, growing up, okay, so I'm the only child with my mom, but my dad got about 7 kids, but whatever. I'm the first and the oldest though. Okay. So I was extremely spoiled. And so with being extremely spoiled, I can admit I was extremely selfish. And I mean extremely selfish. And I had to grow out of that. And it took for someone to actually show me the love that he had for me to be able to let go of the selfishness, let go of my pride, let go of feeling like, just really let go of assuming that I know every damn thing, to be honest with you. Like,
yeah.
I had to like let go all of that. And so with that, that was my way, I would say, of making up with them, because I actually heard him. And when he told me certain things, I took accountability. And so with that, I took accountability. I let go of my pride. I saw his point and what was needed of me. And so that was my way of making up whatever it was. Because I can't give you a situation. It's a few situations I technically can't. It's getting a little too much in my business. I tell you off camera. But I will say, altogether, I had to let go of all of that. And I had to recognize that he sees my best in interest, or have my best in interest. And if I am looking to get married, and if I'm looking to, have a family and all of these things, then it's not my way or the highway.
Yeah.
And I had to actually like hear him out. And those things actually help me in the long run and better me and allow me to grow up and mature. And so I would say that doing those things helped me. That was my way of making up for whatever the situation was.
Okay. That's all. That's really, really, really good. I know it's not it doesn't have to be a specific one because that goes with everything.
Yeah.
For me, one of the best ways, because again, sometimes it's a lot. It depends on the person, and I really make sure that I apologize. You know how they say the way women apologize and the way men apologize or admit they're wrong is 2 different ways. I'm gonna do stuff for you.
Yeah.
And I'm a Leo, y'all. So I'm gonna do stuff for you. Here you go. Oh, all that good stuff. Like, you're not gonna say you're wrong. You're not gonna say you're wrong. What?
You like, oh, I was wrong.
Right. But no, this is just me being yeah. So for me, it's more like I like to do things or just do
Act of service, basically.
Yeah, acts of service.
And apologizing.
Yeah, if I'm really, really wrong, then Yeah,
Lacey.
I do because I have like a what's it called? I have a when I'm like really feel bad about doing something, I'm like, oh man, you know, kiss on the cheek. I'm sorry. You're cute, like
just,
cake. You want cake? I'll feed
just
you
like
some
a
more.
man. That's the Philly in you.
I'll feed you. Feed you.
I can't.
But yeah, that's generally how it goes. I hope no one's watching. Let me get to these comments.
He's gonna get better, guys. I promise.
I am doing it in the park, just like the song. Okay.
Now, why would you read that out loud? Bye, Dennis.
Well, I'm not mad at you, but yeah. So, well, you know. My current partner likes apologies, accountability with a side of macaroni and cheese. Food.
Listen, apologies and accountability is so important. And like I said, I had to learn that the hard way. But I'm happy I did learn it because it was also a part of like maturity for me.
Yeah.
But that's super important. Like,
Yeah.
if you can't take accountability, I don't even want no parts because how are we gonna move forward? There's no way we can move forward if you can't take any accountability. And if you don't take any accountability, that just means you're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
And again because you don't even see no wrong. And there's a difference to agree to disagree. You get what I'm saying? But no accountability, I don't want you.
Yeah.
I don't want no part because I had to learn it.
Yeah.
My big age and listen, no.
Yeah. Accountability is big. Absolutely. Showing up in that trench coat and all. Oh yes. Okay. From the G right there. Yes.
Snap for stay. Okay.
Yes.
Gotta keep it spicy.
Listen. Yes. Keep it. Listen. Listen, Linda. Listen, honey. Not sure Murray. Listen. I know that's right. Keep man. Because
that's how you stay married all this time. Stay. Okay, you gotta keep it spicy. I am here for it. I love it.
I am here for it. I am here
That's
for
why
it.
Wallace up in there doing that closet, girl.
Listen.
I love it.
I love their love. I love their love. Love.
They're
love
so
it.
cute.
Taking accountability, change everything, and giving time for processing. That's a word. Giving time to actually process.
Yeah. You gotta have that time too.
Yeah. Got to
be able to reflect in everything. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Lord, So, this is the last. She about to kick your behind, Dennis. Okay, I ain't not gonna stop her this time. Not gonna stop her. But thank you everybody for showing up and showing out, commenting, all that stuff. I think this is the longest we ever stayed on live before. So thank you guys, y'all the real ones, for staying this long with us. Lachey is going to tell you, because we didn't do this last time. She's going to tell you, because we got this planned out, what next week's show is going to be about. Just a little taste of it, so you guys can know and y'all can show up again. We appreciate y'all. Lachey, tell them what we're talking
about next Friday. Okay, so next Friday we are going to be talking about the stigma of being 35 plus with no kids, not having been married, and where everyone expects you to be in life at that age when it comes to the married and the kids and all of that. So that is going to be our topic for Friday. I'm actually super excited about that because I mean, some of the things we've heard, both of us, from other people who, have been married, and we're talking about men, not women. Yeah. How they feel about 35 and plus of not having that, and the box that they put us in, because me and Elise is 35 plus with no kids and never been married. And just a quick little thing that we're gonna get into it. I will say, for me personally, with that selfishness and everything, I had to grow out of that. And for majority of my life, I didn't want kids. I wanted to be married, but I did not want kids. And I will say, when I turned 30 is when I thought about the idea of kids. And the sad part of that is I only thought about it because of my mom. I'm her only child. And so I'm like, okay, girl, you 30, you got to give your mama a grandkid or whatever the case may be. So that is the topic that we are going to be talking about next week, Friday. So make sure you guys are tuned in with us on that.
Yes, absolutely. And I just checked, like I said, I was gonna check. Shout out to Stay Hall. She has been with us the entire time, and check out her page. She is literally, y'all, literally four away from 500, which is a huge thing in the YouTube world. So guys, she need that 500. She is awesome. Y'all see her dropping gems and everything in here. I'm gonna drop her link. I hope it worked. In here as well. Go ahead and check her out. She drops gems. She's just everything, and she's really, really great. Everything topics that she has, her lives as well.
A lot of insight on.
She has a lot of insight. Everything covers life coach, everything, author as well. So make sure you guys, like I said, she is 4 away. We're trying to get her to that 500. You know what I'm saying? So please and thank you. Do that as well. Again, thank you to everyone else who stayed on. We really, really appreciate you. Ignorant Thinkers Podcast is in here to vie. You know, if y'all know that's my girl from Sweet Love TMA. We have a podcast as well on Spotify. Check us out. We also have a YouTube channel as well. So make sure you please check us out. Check us out. And let me see. Okay, yep. She said, can't wait. Can't wait for next week. Oh, thank you, Pika. Awesome topic. Thank you. Once you again, very good live, y'all rocking. Thanks for the shout. Of course. Great job. Thank you,
y'all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much. We appreciate y'all. Bye.
Till next time.